You call this cooperation between Harbingers. Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Oh, great. Do I have to fight both of them? Probably not.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Right.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
Yeah.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
No, don't let her get to you! You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle.
I can take her.
So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
You have a point, but still.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is
Thanks for
certainly
that, by the way, dickhead.
awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end.
I could cut the atmosphere, I could cut it with a knife.
Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you.
God damn it.
The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
You think
Stop
what?
wasting time, child. There'll be plenty
Thanks
of
for the
time to
shot of
chat once I'm
boobs.
through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now,
Agreement?
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled.
No.
That...
What? Do not. No.
how sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Geo? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
Huh. Don't
I do
give it to
not
them.
give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
You think they're going to agree with that?
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Lyric goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
You want to see how people would react if he died.
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know,
Cutscene?
I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed the founding of Liyue, together with the Adepti 3,700 years ago. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You've finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
That got you to crack? Really?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided, so I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning.
You have no idea the power that thing holds. Please.
That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too.
So what we should have done is lost in that fight.
Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. Why, you even deserved an encore.
Why, thank you, but at the same time, don't give it to them.
The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the greatest amount of restraint. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even tried to understand the heart of the people. And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract, Signora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence, far from the eavesdropping ears of her colleague Child, just as I had requested. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for... These things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen plot twist was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all!
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
You kicked my ass. I'm not going to give you any remorse.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you... Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Hold on a minute. Wait right there.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
One day.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
So why?
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Of course, you leave it on a cliffhanger, you... Out there.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Hear ye all! The Qixing's words.
What are
Though a
they?
dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
He's alive, though.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said. So that's how they're spinning it.
Yep.
Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot.
Because it probably did.
Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything.
I
Did
have no
Zhongli
idea.
tell them in secret after his Gnosis changed hands?
Maybe.
Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
Let's go and have a bit of fun then, shall we?
Look, it's
Hello.
Ningguang and Kuching. Are they saying something? Are there speeches over?
I don't
As
know.
said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
Good.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
Pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
Maybe?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
I think they're looking at me.
Traveler.
Yes?
Yikes! She really is looking our way.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
Yeah.
So
oh god.
young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa.
This is where I would run.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
First bit of dialogue. Could you help me put out some missing posters? Oh, if their reaction isn't as good as mine. Really? No reaction? Really?
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making an account of the rite. There's much that remains to be done. I didn't miss...
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations will say so too when our deeds come up for their review.
Why you? Were you just trying to look cool earlier, or are you really that selfless?
Yeah.
If you were
bit of
looking for
both.
someone, you could have just told me that in private.
Can I talk to these guys? No? Can I talk to old woman?
As for the mortals and Adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it. But it seems as
Too
if
bad.
those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis. Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
I regret talking to you.
As for the mortals and Adepti...
Oh. Can I be bothered to talk to you? Nope. Hello, Rex Lapis. I mean, total stranger who I have no idea who is.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
He's finally free, I guess.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years?
I have to give him that.
Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shinya
Yay.
kiosk.
Food!
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Shinya kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do like the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do.
Oh god, how is he gonna earn his Moira?
When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
What, are begging people for money?
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Someone please call an ambulance. This small little floating thing just murdered this man.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives.
Lives? Is there some soul dealing in the dark place which I don't know of, as the entire thing goes dark?
The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
That is a good one.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
And what's that?
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
Raiden?
That is the case.
Tomboy!
And since Raiden is also the Shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
I have no idea.
It's because of visions.
Visions?
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a death, this is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes.
What?
It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of a statue of the thousand-armed, hundred-eyed god.
Thousand-armed, hundred-eyed god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Ah.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity.
Eternity.
It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm.
Oh.
The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is nearest unto heaven. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation.
Is that it? Oh, I got a Geo. Is that it for the quest? So finally, I'm done. And you know what? After all of that, characters. Oh, wait a second. Do I have to switch over to Geo to change all of these? Yeah, and that's probably the ideal. Let's do a few wishes, shall we? Let's do a few wishes. If we have the, give me him, please. This would be perfect if it gives. Nope. Blinding cataract's eye. I say to the. Oh, wait, I have. Well, I'll see you later, Zongling. Adventures continue as we try and put up mission paper. I completely forgot, and that's why we came to Leeway, to put up mission posters. Well, I guess this is it for this time. I've done the entire storyline. Wait a second. I have these. I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna do these solo. Just so I can just relax and play them. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. No, but it is really, really appreciated. And this is more of a monologue for this year. This year has been shit. This will be probably the last video of 2020. Going into 2021, I hope that I can soon make you guys smile or say, huh, that was funny. I do hope that, and I do hope that I am still entertaining, even though probably no one will see this video. But anyway, let's hope that 2021 is a lot better. A lot better. I hope for everyone but your 2021 is a lot better than the 2022. Other than that, I'll see you guys later. This has been JBolt Games signing out for the last video of 2021. See ya!